What is good, everyone? We're here facing off against Shadow Gallade and his EV team. Some surprising stuff. No Vaporeon's actually pretty crazy. Did not expect the Glaceon, although it's not that crazy that it's here. I do feel a little bit bad because I just made them wait for me for a long time, but it is what it is. Most worrisome Pokemon are Iron Moth and Garchomp, obviously. The Espeon can do some stuff to me as well. And like I could easily just like lead Sneasler. I think Sneasler is the best lead because I just U-turn out against anything basically, faster than everything on their squad. This Enamorus looks incredible in the end game. I mean, just Choice Specs Moonblast looks so good versus them. I'm assuming that Espeon's probably gonna be like Tera Ghost or something. They should probably try to spin block, maybe be more defensive. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, good luck, have fun to Shadow, good friend of the channel, and just a fun battler in general. Having some fun time on the PWC content channel, uploading all these, so make sure you go check them out. But yeah, this is going to be quite an interesting game. We do have Swampert, which is really good against a lot of stuff on their team. It can always take an energy ball from Choice Specs Iron Moth with the Rindo Berry. And I can destroy that with Earthquake, or I can take hits from Espeon. Okay, I can take hits from the Garchomp and then click Avalanche. But this is what they've led with like half of the games, so this is pretty much what I expected. We are just going to Choice Scarf U-turn our way out of here. If they are Scarfed, they probably stay in. If they are not, then they probably will just switch out to maybe a tank Garchomp. And if they go out to Garchomp, then I just go out to Enamorus, especially if we see Rocky Helmet. I'd be very happy to see Rocky Helmet come out here. I do think there's a solid likelihood that they just stay in and Tera. And potentially Arge like choice in some way. Let's see what type you are. You are Tera Fire, okay. I think you ran that last week, or the last one I watched. It was also Tera Fire. A little bit surprising. Hope we get the poison here, that would be beautiful. They are Rocky Helmet on this, so defensive, kind of like I expected. And, I mean, I can go straight out, like, there's no way they're clicking the fire move here, right? So I could definitely go straight out to Brute Bonnet. If you do click a fire move on me, let me just check this out. Espeon, you are some like more defensive sets. Tera Blast, Fire. If you want to click that versus me, it does do a lot. Tera Blast, Fire might just come out here. I could go Enamorus. I don't know, this is not like a great situation for me. I think I will just go Brute Bonnet. I'll go out to the BB. And they just T-Wave, that's fine. I don't mind that. I can just Tera Dark and Crunch just blows something back on their team. Like, it really does. They can go out to their Umbreon if they want, and I can Spore them. So we will just get our Tera off early as well. I'm glad that it worked out that way. Because now I just Tera Dark. I would have preferred them clicking the Psychic move, obviously, but, you know. They go Garchomp. Okay, this is going to do a lot of damage, even if you're tanky. Garchomp. If you are a tank Garchomp, this is going to do like 35 to 40, and that's like max Fizdef. And then, I mean, we can Spore you. We don't have to worry that much. We do get the Crunch off. We get to see how much damage we're going to do. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of damage. That is a ton of damage, and they are Rough Skin Rocky Helmet. So I think we just see like a spike or something go up here. Man, you are not defensive for that to do over 50%. You are looking more offensive for sure. I think my Seed Bomb should always knock them out here, so I'll go for it. I could easily Sucker Punch on this turn, but I'm not expecting them to go for a... I'm not Sucker Punching, expecting them to go for a Spike. Because Spike are really annoying for my team to deal with. I love how this has gone so far, though. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. It still could be bad for me. Super worried about that Moth, of course. I mean, they have a lot of scary stuff on their team, even with all the EVs. As they do withdraw, so this is beautiful for me. Maybe Umbreon comes out. Alejandro, I think that's the Sylveon. Yep. That's beautiful. Oh, never mind. It is not beautiful. That is not beautiful. I mean, I can go Pecharunt and click Toxic versus them. It is very free. They might expect me to do that and go for some sort of Psychic move. I don't switch into this guy at all. So it does put me in a tough spot. I think I will go to Pecharunt because the Toxic is just so free. But if they call this, that's okay. If they sub, and nah, they can't really do too much with their like all that sub stuff. But they do 56. 56 with that Hyper Voice. That's just no no investment. And I will just Toxic, I think. I could Shadow Ball. I could double as well. I think doubling out to Sneasler is not the worst play in the world, although they could stay in and, you know, call that. Doubling. It'd be really nice to get my Stealth Rocks up in this game. It'd be really nice to be able to go out to Quackable, do anything here. I think, oh man. I don't know. I kind of want a Malignant Chain here. I'll Toxic though. I think it's a little bit safer. I'm just worried about like a defensive Iron Moth coming out. They go Garchomp. Okay. We are chilling versus that. We get the Toxic off. This thing is offensive. So they might just hit themselves, and then that would be great for me. I could go out to Enamorus here. I feel like the idea of them Stealth Rocking here is like pretty decent. So I think I'm gonna go out to Quackable. Just like never even risk anything. But just go out to Quackable, who has a lot of HP investment. I can always just like roost off damage from them if they do end up hitting me. Let's see. They end up getting up a Spike, so I'm just gonna spin it away. Rough Skin plus Rocky Helmet plus Earthquake will never knock me out. At least it shouldn't. Right? It wouldn't knock me out. I actually can't Roost this back, by the way. I forgot I took off Roost for Encore. Rough Skin plus Rocky Helmet. Yeah, I should always live this. Unless they're Adamant, maybe. But I just spin. Spin to win. And they don't really like this Quackable at all. They don't take on this guy very well. You will die to Poison at the end of this turn if you end up staying in. And okay, we are faster. That's quite weird. I did not expect to be faster. I'm hoping we just see Earthquake come out here though. Let's see. Well, I guess they could hit themselves. That would be nice too. They Dragon Tail. Okay, that's why we're not faster. Okay, I can understand that. But we're gonna get a passive kill with Pecharunt. They're gonna get some momentum here. We get Sneasler out. Beautiful. This is exactly what I would want to come out on this turn. And then, I mean, we should be fine no matter what, even if they send out that Espeon. Yeah, I'm not worried, even if we see the Espeon come out. No, they send out Mothyon. Okay. They're not Booster. So I think that they're probably going to try to be Choice Scarfed here. I could bluff my Choice Scarf by going out, like, sacking my Quackable. I feel like Psychic might be the play here coming from them. So I could go Brute Bonnet, who should also probably just live any hits from this Iron Moth. Yeah, I think I do live any hits. I'm a little bit worried about Substitute. Substitute could be bad. But we'll go Brute Bonnet anyways. I'm gonna, you know, try to be scared about the scarf and keep my scarf intact for later. As we see Fire Dance come out, from 281 to 137. 281 to 137 minus 137 is 144 damage, which is just like a low roll for max special attack. I'll Sucker Punch here. We do get the Sucker Punch off. This thing probably just straight up drops, maybe. No, they live barely, which is fine. They are barely going to live. I think this thing is just going to be Choice Scarfed. But at this point, Sneasler now just knocks it out with a U-turn. Since we are also just a faster Scarfer. So if I clicked U-turn before, then I would have been in a good spot here. We just go Sneasler. That Garchomp is dead. They can go out to the Espeon if they want. If they do that, then I will go out into my Swamperts. If they want to Energy Ball me, I will be fine with that. And I think we've broken this game wide open now, because Garchomp is gone, this Moth is gone. They might also be heavy-duty boots on this. And they definitely could be. Even if they are, I mean, Sneasler always outspeeds them, so I'd never have to worry unless they agility up, which could be scary, but they are going to withdraw. So we probably see Espeon come back out. Yep, ESPN Eon. That's just a great name. It just is. It's a decent amount of damage. Do we get the Poison Touch? We do not yet again. Espeon. Okay. Let me look at like the damage that this is doing. Maybe like 20-ish% each. So you could be like max HP potentially. I could go Enamorous, which would be super free. Honestly, I think Swampert just makes the most sense, because I don't need it as much anymore. Yeah, I don't think I need it as much anymore. So Swampert versus this guy, if you're max HP, which I don't even think you're that defensive, Flip Turn should always knock you out. Yeah, Flip Turn should always knock you out. So I'll do that. We're going to see Grass Knot. I'm Rindo. Expected that to happen. We do not even take half, which is nice. So I can still be very annoying. We are going to knock out the ESPN Eon. And then we're just going to go out to Sneasler. And if we see Glaceon come out, actually no matter what we see come out, I'm just going to click U-turn. T-Spikes also could be solid, but they still have the Moth that's just... that just has a little bit of HP left. I think we're going to see Choice Scarf Glaceon be the Pokemon of choice. Maybe not to come out right here, but to try to win this game for them. I mean, they also have Alejandro. They're the Sylveon, which can be scary as well. If I'm able to get rocks up, I feel really confident in the later portion of this game, because I do think that Moth is Choice Scarfed. It could not be, though. It could totally not be choiced and just be booties. They go Uberon. Okay. All right, buddy. I'm just U-turning. They're going to protect. They're going to scout it out. That's fine. I know that you're just going to be protect and wish and all that sort of fun stuff. But I'm just going to go Quaquaval after this. I think. I could go Quaquaval. I could go Petron as well. I think, man, that's a lot of damage. No Poison Touch again is tough, but probably Covert Cloak on this guy if I would have to assume. I think Pert makes a lot of sense to come out right here, and I can try to get my Stealth Rocks up. If they wish, I can also just Flip Turn. We see Toxic, which is great. I love that. So they're Protect, Toxic, Wish, Foul Play is what I would assume. And they're leftovers. They're not even Covert Cloak. No Cloak is surprising. I figured that we would see at least one, if not more, Covert Cloaks on their team. But I'll just get my rocks up here. If they want to go out to Moth, that's fine. It just gives me free Sneasel or Sneasler U-turn. Wish Sneasel and Weavile got U-turn. That would be pretty sick. They're going to foul play. We should live. Yes, we do. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. What did I just drop on the floor? 1 second. I'm messing with a pen and I took it apart. But we are going to die to the poison, so that's a passive kill for Umbreon. Does not matter to me. I do not care one bit. You did foul play on that turn. I feel like, I mean, Enamorus just like picks up a KO, does it not? I also could go Quaquaval, and if I go Quaquaval, I can close combat for free, and if they protect, I can encore them. So I like that. I could also U-turn if I so wanted to. The U-turn is actually not a bad play at all, because of the Sylveon that might want to come out. So I'll click it here. We do get the play. I'm assuming we see Alejandro. Yep. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And now I just get to go into Petrunt, and I get to click Malignant Chain, and I either pick up a KO, or I just get a free poison. We do see Helmet. That's fine. I don't care. Very low on my Quaquaval now, but I still probably even live a foul play. But we just go Petch. We go Petch and we just Malignant Chain. And someone dies. Even if they go into the Moth, it should die. If not, we have the spell tag to make sure that we always break a sub from them. We do get the Malignant Chain off. That is a lot of damage on Alejandro. We get the poison too. Beautiful stuff. Get that 50%. Maybe we'll get the Confusion since we didn't get any of them on the Garchomp. That would be nice. Because I think we could see like a Psy Shot or like a Psychic or something. They do end up hitting themselves. Alejandro has been letting Shadow down this whole season, if I'm being honest. It's been pretty rough for them. Now, do I think I'm going to knock you out with a Shadow Ball? Probably not. Probably not with a Shadow Ball, even if we're Spell Tag boosted. So I could just knock you out with a Malignant Chain. I think it's actually super free, so I'm just going to go for it. We do end up getting the KO on Alejandro. And I don't think they can do anything about this Pokemon. If Glaceon comes in, I'm just going to Malignant Chain, I think. I don't think they can do enough to me. They do send it out. So let me just... Like, if this thing is going to be choice specs, they are definitely some sort of choice, in my opinion. Choice specs, like Modest Ice Beam, can actually do quite a bit of damage to me. I'm a little bit worried about Sub, for sure, so I'm just going to Malignant. And there's Shadow Ball. Totally forgot this thing got it, but we should live. Yes, we do, easily. Like, 323 to 157, right? 323 minus 157. Do we get the poison? We do. Beautiful. That Shadow Ball did 166. Shadow Ball doing 166 is not choice specs, so it's choice Scarf, I'm assuming. And that is Modest. Right? If they were timid... If they were timid, that would be the max roll. Actually, they might have to be timid. If I'm gonna be so for real. I think sacking Quaquaval just makes the most sense here. Because Petrunt beats everything else on the team. So I'll just sack, and then we will go out to Sylveon, or to Sneasler, and click buttons. What are we gonna see? Are you gonna hit yourself? And no, you don't. Unfortunate, although it, like, what, 1 out of 4, I think that's a confusion odd, so sounds about right to me. I could go Enamorus, because if they're Scarfed, then, I mean, I'm totally fine against that. I actually quite like the Enamorus play here. It could be a little bit sketchy, as we know this thing's Scarfed, because they went before my Petron. Definitely. Could get a little sketchy in the end game. I don't know how much Sneasler does with my U-turn. I don't know if I'll knock it out. Sneasler's probably just safer, though. Because I could CC if I wanted to. But honestly, U-turn looks like it always knocks this guy out. And then your last two, I mean, CC just sweeps, right? I'll just close combat. We'll pick up the KO with close combat. We should definitely just be able to sweep with close combat here. Because Moth is slower, and then the Umbreon should just die. Even if you're max physically defensive, we already saw your item. So I'm doing 67.5 minimum. And I think Sneasler is definitely going to be able to cover that. I mean, it's going to be a little bit close. You're at 50, 60, you're just over 60. So yeah, we should be able to get you. Even if not, we're totally fine here. Yeah, this is going to come out, so they'll be right around that percent. Foul play at -2 defense. It would knock me out. So, is this the right play even? Just in case we miss that roll? I think we just go Enamorous here. I'll just go Enam. I should have gone on that turn, but I'll just Moonblast. I will not risk it. Yep, we just see foul play. I'm just going to play it as safe as possible. And this Enamorous, I mean, just picks up a KO. If they're Choice Scarf, Iron Moth, I guess I never could have lost. Really? Well, this is the only play that makes sure I never lose. Because we will knock this guy out with Specs. Yes, we do. Booyah. Crit does not matter. I'm Choice Spectacles. So that was definitely dying. And it was actually like a similar roll if you're a max Spadef. Not like it mattered. Mothyon comes out. Are you Boots or are you Scarfed? I think you were Scarfed. So you're going to die. Another passive kill to Swampert. It's going to be a good game to our good friend Shadow Gallade. Sorry for making you wait like 15 minutes because I forgot that I live in CST, not EST anymore. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this battle. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.